in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the action in quarter number. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already there. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Kamara. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
Yeah, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now. Now it's Hines. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Briscoe steps away. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And the Saints first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more hope.
Credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Throwing on for... They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The pass underneath, here's Hines with it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Makes the score Saints 35, Falcons 17.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again. Briscoe. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 14.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10.
Off the play fake. Briscoe. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Shoves him aside. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. A touchdown there for Marlon Mack. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the second half with Kamara, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Parrish. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 15. Off the bootleg. Briscoe. They'll roll him out right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upsetting.
Saints 38, Falcons 17.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Mike, check 59. 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3.
Quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Briscoe. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Off the bootleg. Briscoe flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hines. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Ford. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Number 82. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Ford. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And oh, sneak attack. They're going to run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Saints will have the football back. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll keep it on the ground. Parrish, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That good for 22 and a first down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, Parrish. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
I'm going back to you.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the Saints' 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I thought I
Brandon, I gotta think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find Vaughn complete out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
The ball carry.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is Ford. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the 1st half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the 1st half. It gets ugly in the 2nd half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run it again with Kamara. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third down, here's Kamara. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
31.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run.
Wow, 3 fucking injuries. 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 7 weeks. Anything you got right now? Let's see here. Look at the end of